All right, so to get this started, we are going to take this into a lopsided crow today, which means a lot of the work here is going to be the shoulders, the chest, the upper back, a lot of bent arm strength, working some compression as well. So be ready for a bit more core tensive flow and just keep that in mind. A couple demonstrations before we begin. So once we get to the main part of the flow, every sequence is going to bring you to the front at the very end. And I'm going to start this out cueing your regular crow first, and then go from that into the lopsided crow setup, and I'll show you how to put the two together if you're interested in taking it to that point, if your crow is stable and you want to start to work the transition. So coming to this as usual, you're going to be in a forward fold coming into crow. Both hands down, palms flat, dig your fingertips down, lift your heels, and keep your butt up high. Bring the knees to your upper arms. Look forward, lean forward, keep gripping the floor, and lean so that your feet lift up together. You just want to tip your weight forward, touch your toes together, pull the heels up. Take that to where you can. Immediately after that, I'm going to bring my feet down, and coming into the lopsided crow setup is actually going to be from a lopsided dolphin. So from this, you have both knees down, set one forearm on the floor and stay on the other hand. And for me, I'll just take it to this side. So my right forearm's down, elbow to the side. I'm going to bring that hand to center, so that forearm's diagonal. Slide the other hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep it pulled in. Look down, tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees, get your hips up high, and walk your feet in to get your hips as high as you can. You're better off the higher you can get your hips in the air, the more vertical you can make your torso from the beginning. Now from here, I'm going to bring my left knee to my left arm. Keep the heel pulled in close. So try not to just let that foot hang. Keep everything pulled in. It's going to be easy to balance that way. And then using the thighs, squeeze both legs together, and then see about lifting the second foot up as well. And even though it looks a little bit more precarious when you're completely upside down, it's much more of a stable shape to be in, because you're actually stacking everything vertically, and it doesn't take anywhere near as much muscle work to stay lifted. Keep in mind, you've only got one knee on your arm at any time. You're not trying to pinch that arm with both legs. If you start doing that, it gets kind of wacky and you tend to fall down. Now, you can put those two poses together if you like, and if you want to take it from crow down into that lopsided crow, then come into your crow first. And again, pay attention. Keep your hips up high and keep your head low. Bring your shoulders forward and fold the feet in as much as you can. If your feet are hanging down, it's going to be very difficult to control. So keep this pulled in. Keep your butt up high. Just look down at the floor. And then you're going to bring both knees over toward one arm. And now you're just squeezing your legs together here, using your inner thighs. Look down. Keep your head low. And then grip the floor as you pivot. And I'm just turning to bring my left elbow down as slowly as I can. That last couple inches, that was pretty light. That's hard to control. And the big hazard of coming down in that transition is if you miss it, you just kind of roll off to the side. You're not going to fall that far, though. So it's not really that perilous, keep in mind. Not a whole lot of consequence to go, and not falling out of the ton. So trust me, you can do this without a whole lot of injury. Just work things as best you can, take things as far as you're ready. Just take it to the point that's actually challenging for you. And if you just want to separate the poses, that's fine. And that is at the end of the flow. Now, at the beginning of the sequence, you're going to take this into down dog. And then from there, we're going to set this up for a couple hops. And this is going to be working with some compression. So it's basically going to be in a half tuck shape. So you're going to start this out with one leg high. We'll take this back and forth a few times, but eventually you're just going to pull forward, shoulders or wrists. You're going to set your foot down about halfway down the mat, and then pull the second leg in. And again, pull it in tight. So see, I've got my heel pulled in toward my butt. Draw your thigh in toward your belly, and then keep your arms straight. Palms down, grip the floor with your fingers, press straight down. Keep the arms vertical. And it's going to go back and forth from this shape, hopping your feet. So you're going to keep everything pretty tight. You're not going up too high. And this is much more strenuous than it looks. So you're going to press down your hands and just keep, you'll notice that base heel is lifted. You want to stay like that. Press on your base foot and switch this out. And we're just going to take it back and forth like this, switching the shape. Try to keep your thighs pulled in close. Keep your arms vertical. Just keep looking down. And we're just going to take that back and forth a few times before you bring one foot down, and then we move into the rest of the flow from there. So just have that in mind. Work things as best you can. That's going to be surprisingly strenuous, keep in mind. I'll give you a moment to pause. But work it as much as you can and take as much weight on the arms as possible. Arms totally straight, pressing from the shoulders into your palms. And just keep all that in mind. So to get this started, let's begin in child's pose. So come onto your shins, point the toes toward each other, knees out wide, wider than your hips. Now sink your seat back toward your heels, walk your hands forward, and bring your torso down low between your thighs. Now bring your forehead down to the mat, just go ahead, close your eyes. And just give yourself a moment to settle in like this, let your mind quiet down. And when you're ready, start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much air as you can, fill up your lungs, hold on to all that breath at the top, and feel your breath move toward your low back in this shape. With your exhale, constrict the back of your throat. Slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe here. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, keep your eyes closed, but come up onto your fingertips. Walk your hands over to the right side. Extend your torso long over the right thigh and just stretch this out long. Keep your seat toward your heels. Let your head just hang. Try to stay low here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, walk the hands through center. Come over to your left side. Torso long over your left thigh. Stretch long through both arms. And again, let your head just hang. Keep your seat down low. Deep inhale. And with the exhale, walk the hands back through center. Come over to the right again. Torso long over your right thigh. Now stretch your left arm as far right as you can, but then bend the right elbow. Pull the right hand back just outside the right thigh. Push that hand down. Sink your left shoulder toward the floor. Stretch your left side a little bit deeper. With the next inhale, reach both arms in line. And then with the exhale, bring the hands through center. Come over to your left side again. Torso long over your left thigh. Stretch long here through both arms. Right hand as far left as you can reach, and then pull your left hand back. Bend the elbow. Set that hand down outside your left leg and sink the right shoulder down low. Feel that additional stretch. With the next inhale, reach the left arm in line with the right. And then with the exhale, walk the hands into center. And then walk the hands in toward you. Bring yourself to an upright seat. And give yourself a moment to settle in. Now you can just stay on your shins like this or take a cross-legged seat, whatever suits you best. But then sit this up tall and let's take this slow here to begin. So with your next inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center again. Inhale, reach up high. And then with the exhale this time, just lean to the right. Right hand to the floor. Stretch your left arm right. And hold this. Reach long, bring your gaze up high. Pull your left shoulder back and just breathe. With your next inhale, bring it to center. Reach up through both arms. And then with the exhale, lean left this time. Left hand down. Stretch your right arm left and gaze up high here. Pull the right shoulder back and just breathe with this. With your next inhale, bring it back to center. Reach up through both arms. And then with the exhale, bring the hands down through center to the floor. Come into all fours. Take a moment. Just move around a little bit. And I want to take this into the shoulders and upper back right away. So from all fours, come down onto the right forearm, but stay in your left hand for the moment. Now, with the right forearm down, step your left foot back to the left side of the mat, but come to the inside edge of your left foot, left leg straight. So you're going to stack your hips more or less. And then from here, with the right forearm down, reach your left arm high, stack the shoulders, and stretch long through your left hand. So reach up through the fingertips and keep the left shoulder lifted. You should feel that work from the left shoulder itself. And with your left arm straight, use the middle finger. Start to draw wide circles with that left hand. Now think about moving within about a 3-foot diameter here. And really try to make that circle smooth. Now each time you pull the left hand back behind you, feel that stretch, probably moving through the shoulder and the chest at least a little bit. And just keep the motion smooth as you're circling. Keep reaching as you're circling and stretching through the fingertip. Now keep that left arm moving, but circle in the other direction. Same thing here. Keep that shoulder elevated. And then go ahead, bring this into center. You're still reaching high. Left shoulder above the right. Stretch long through the left fingertip. And then go ahead, bend your left elbow. Bring the left hand behind your head. Elbows still high, that your chest is still open, your shoulders are still stacked. And then from this position, round it in. So bring that left elbow in toward the right elbow as close as you can go. And then lift your left elbow, look up, left shoulder above the right. Again, round this down, left elbow toward the right, bring it low. And then lift back up with the left elbow high. One more time, round this in, left elbow toward the right. Open up with your left elbow high, draw the left shoulder back and just breathe for a moment. And then release, bring your left hand down, come back to all fours. And we're going to take that to the other side. So once you're ready, bring yourself down onto your left forearm, but stay on the right hand for the moment. And step the right foot back. Now, right foot toward the right edge of the mat, inside edge of the foot to the floor with that leg straight. So your right hip's going to stack above the left more or less. And then reach your right arm high. Now stack your shoulders, stretch out long through the fingertips of the right hand. Keep lifting from the shoulder and look up. And then as you're reaching up through the fingertips, start to draw wide circles with your right hand. Now think about moving within about a 3-foot diameter here. Now try to keep the motion smooth. Take it to where you feel the stretch as the arm comes behind you. Keep reaching up and circling. And then just keep that arm moving, but circle the other direction here. Lift up from the shoulders, stretch long through the fingers. And then go ahead, bring that arm just above the shoulder, still reaching up. Now bend the right elbow and then bring the hand behind your head. Right elbow still high, gaze up high, your shoulders are still stacked. And then round this down, bring the right elbow down toward the left. And then open up, right elbow high, open up your chest, gaze up high. And then round this back down, bring the right elbow toward the left. Lift the right elbow, open up, gaze up high. One more time, bring it down, right elbow toward the left. One more time, lift back up, open your chest, pull the right shoulder back, look up. And then release this, bring the right hand down. Come up onto your left hand, come back to all fours. And once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment here, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers with the shoulders and hips, move side to side for just a moment. And then we'll take this into the wrists. So to set this up, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips to start. Look down at your hands, keep the palms facing down, but then rotate your hands one at a time. Fingertips toward the sides and then in toward your knees. And do that with both hands. Spread your fingers out wide, press the fingertips down, ground your hands and flatten them out. Dig your fingertips down into the floor. Now, if this is too intense, you can always bring the hands closer to the knees, keep in mind. Keep your spine lifted. And this might be enough. You can always just sway the shoulders side to side if you want to just take it a little bit further, but keep your grip and try to keep your spine lifted as you're moving. Now, if you want to take this just a little bit further, bring yourself into center, still with your spine lifted, still gripping with your fingers. And then work a little bit of compression with this as well. So for that, bring your right knee forward to the right elbow or higher. Keep that knee forward. And then set your right knee back down. And then left knee forward to the elbow or higher. Hold it here. And then set that knee down. Right knee toward the right elbow or higher. Hold this. And then bring your right knee down. And then bring your left knee forward. Keep it lifted. And set that knee down. One more time forward to the right knee. Keep gripping the floor with your fingers. And then bring the right knee down. One more time forward to the left knee. And then bring the knee back down. And then once both knees are down, go ahead and take this back and forth. You're going to flip your hands. Now keep the fingertips pointing in. So flip the right hand over with the palm facing up. And then flip the left hand as well. You can always bring the hands in closer to the knees. Spread the fingers wide, press your fingertips down, and then just keep on moving. Flip the right hand over again, palm down. Left hand as well. And just keep moving back and forth like this. Now the fingertips stay pointed in toward you. And if you want to go further forward, that's more intense. If you want to back off, just bring the hands close to the knees, but just keep on taking this back and forth. Now take it at your own pace, but be deliberate here. Each time you reset your hand, spread your fingers out wide, press your fingertips down, try to straighten your arm at least briefly. And then the next time you end up with both palms facing up, hold that position. Now spread your fingers out wide, press your fingertips down, press your spine up toward the ceiling, and just keep the tension in your hands. And if this is good enough, stay here. But if you can take it further, keep your spine lifted, fingertips pressing down, and then just bring the right knee back and touch your left heel. And then set the right knee down. Left knee to the right heel. And then come back to center. Right knee to left heel again, keep pressing it into the fingertips. And then come back to center, left knee to right heel again. And then both knees down, right knee to left heel one more time. Come back into center. Left knee to right heel one more time. Back to center here. And then come up onto your fingertips and down to sitting on your heels and take a moment. Shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers. Loosen up your wrists. And then once the hands are ready, bring your legs out from underneath you, come to a seat. And we're going to take this up on a reverse tabletop. So feet in front of you, about hips width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. Now, if you can, palms down with the fingertips forward. If you want to back off on the wrist, just rotate the fingers to the sides. But go ahead, press into the hands and feet. Just lift your seat up off the floor. And then let's take this up and down. So with an inhale, squeeze your glutes and press your hips up high. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, press up high for 2. And with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up for 3. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, come down. Inhale, press this up for 4. Exhale, bring it down. Now inhale, lift this up for 5. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift up for 6. And then with the exhale, come back down. Now inhale, lift up for 7. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift this up for 8. And then exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift this up for 9. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift up for 10 and just hold. Now you can look forward, look up, or hang your head back, but keep your glutes squeezing. Press into your hands, dig into the heels, and try to pull the hands and feet toward each other to engage more tension. Take an inhale. And let the exhale come all the way down. And just take a moment here. Shake your hands out just a little bit. And we'll take things a little bit differently, but still with the setup. So feet still in front of your hips with distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. This time, fingertips out to the sides. Now just press down, lift your seat up off the floor just a little bit. And we're just going to twist this a little bit side to side. So bring your weight to your left hand. And then reach your right arm across. Bring the right hand down to touch the floor past the left edge of your mat. And then come back into center. And then lift your left hand. Bring that arm across, touch down past the right edge. Back to center here. Right hand up and over, touch down to the left. Come back into center. Left hand up and over, touch down to the right. And then come back to center. Now right hand up and over and hold here. You got 2 options. You can touch the floor with the right hand or twist your body as you need to. Maybe bring that right elbow all the way down and then bring it back to center. And then to the other side, left hand up and over. Maybe touch down with the left hand. Maybe the left elbow, let your body twist. Back to center here, both hands down. Right hand up and over. Maybe touch the fingertip down, maybe the elbow. Come back into center. Left hand up and over, hand down or the elbow, and then bring it back to center. One more round. Right arm up and over, touch down with the hand or elbow. Bring it back to center. Left arm up and over, touch down with the hand or elbow. And then come back to center. And then go ahead and set yourself back down. And then you're going to shake your hands out, roll your shoulders out a little bit. And then once you're ready, cross at the ankles, roll forward, your hands come into all fours. And then from all fours, I want you to take this into plank. So wrists underneath the shoulders, palms down. Step your feet back and bring your legs together right away. And just bring your body into line. Now be sure your hips are in line with the shoulders and heels. And see that you're not backing off by piking your hips up. And keep your spine lifted. Now keep the legs squeezing toward each other. Inner thighs engaged with just a little bit of tension. Keep your core braced. And then come down from the right hand onto the right forearm. And then come down to your left forearm as well. Keep your body in line. Bring it back up, right hand first, and then back up on the left as well. Now take it down again, left forearm down, right forearm down, and then bring it back up onto the left hand, and then back up onto the right. And then from plank, come down onto the right forearm again, and then come down on the left. Bring it back up on the right hand, back up on the left, and then take it down onto your left forearm again. Bring it down on the right. Take it back up, left hand first, and then right hand as well. Now this time, take it down onto the right forearm and just stay here on your left hand. And we're going to take a lopsided plank. So I want you to slide your left hand back. The elbow stacks over the wrist. Keep the elbow pulled in. And still keep your body in line. Keep your core braced. Now to take it further, take this into a twist. Lift the toes of the right foot up off the floor. Legs are still together. But then bend the right knee. Right leg up and over. Touch down to the left. Come back into center with your legs together. Again, bend the right knee. Right foot up and over. Try to touch down again to the left. Bring it back to center, legs together. One more time, bend the right knee. Bring that foot up and over, try to touch down to the left. Come back to center, bring both feet to the floor. And then slide the left hand forward, come up onto the right hand as well. You're still in plank and bring it down on the other side. Left forearm down, stay on your right hand. And then just slide the right hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep that elbow pulled in. Keep your body in line, the core is still braced. Legs together, lift the toes of your left foot up off the floor. Bend your left knee, left big toe down over to the right. Back to center, both legs together. Bend your left knee, left big toe down to the right. Bring it back to center again. Bend the left knee, big toe down to the right. Bring it back to center, both feet on the floor. Slide your right hand forward. Come up onto your left hand as well. Back to plank. Keep your body braced. And then go bring your knees down. And once you're in all fours, give yourself a moment here, move around. And then just one more thing before we move on from this part, and we'll take this toward that lopsided dolphin I showed you before. So come down onto the right forearm and stand your left hand. Right elbow to the side, right hand moves in the center, that forearm is diagonal. Slide your left hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep the elbow pulled into your side. Now look down at the floor, tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees, bring your hips up high. And try to take this further if you can. Walk your feet forward and get your hips up as high as you can. Now as you hold this, just look down at the floor. Keep that left elbow pulled in. Inhale your left leg high, keep it lifted. Bend your left knee, scorpion the pose, hang the left foot right, just hold. With your inhale, straighten the left leg, reach it high. And with the exhale, bring that knee down and touch your left arm. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to left arm. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to left arm. Now inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to left arm one more time. Keep it here, keep that heel pulled in, keep looking down. Now use your inner thigh, squeeze the right leg into the left, and then go ahead and release. Bring both feet down, both knees down, and come back up to all fours. So we're just getting a taste of that setup moving into your lopsided crow. Now when you're ready, take that lopsided dolphin on the other side, bring your left forearm down and stand your right hand. Left elbow to the side, left hand moves into center, that forearm is diagonal. Slide the right hand back and stack the elbow directly over the wrist, keep that elbow pulled in. Now just look straight down, tuck the toes of both feet, and then lift your knees, bring your hips up high. Walk your feet in as much as you can. Get the hips as high as possible from the beginning. Now keep the right elbow pulled in. Just keep looking down. And then to take it further, inhale the right leg high. And then bend the right knee. Hang your right foot left, scorpion the pose. Stay lifted here. Keep breathing. Now with your next inhale, straighten the right leg. Reach it high. Exhale, bring the knee down and touch the right arm. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale the right leg high. Now at the exhale, bring the knee to your arm and hold it here. And then use your inner thighs. Keep your hips up high, but squeeze that left leg into the right. And then go to release. Both feet down, both knees down, and come back to all fours. And then once you're in all fours, again, take a moment here, move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers with the shoulders and hips, move and just breathe. Now you can just stay here and breathe, take a little break, maybe take another stretch before we move on, but whenever you're ready, go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and come into your down dog. Now once you find your downward facing dog, take a moment here, paddle out, let your hips move side to side. And take a look at how you set things up. So hands about shoulder width distance apart, flatten your palms, and see if there's some weight toward the base of your thumbs. Sink your chest down low, but as your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high as you can. And keep that long upward reach all the way through the hips. Draw in through your belly, round the low ribs, keep your core braced. And keep your hips up high. And now if your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, you can always let that go and bend into your knees. And if you want to stay loose here, you can pedal this out and move your hips from side to side. When you're ready, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step this to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. Feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose and let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like and maybe shake this further side to side. And then whenever you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but just restack your spine. So slowly round this upper standing, bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. When you're ready with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly and then just release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor or to your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat and step this back to high plank. Now find your shape, wrists under the shoulders, palms press to the floor, press the floor away from you, press your spine up toward the ceiling, and keep that lift, keep your body in line. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides, and lower with control all the way down into your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you, hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides. We'll take this up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Now just stay lifted. Now keep the lift in your upper body. Press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides. Pull the shoulders back. Keep your gaze forward. Work to lift this up a little bit higher still. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just roll this back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. And let's take it into upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active, work to lift your knees up from the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes, pull the hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc through the front. Lift with your arms, lift with your shoulders, keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. And then take a deep inhale here. And with the exhale, pull your belly and hips up high, back to down dog. Paddle that. Let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you into a three-legged dog. Now keep your right leg straight as you can. So point through the foot, reach for the big toe, tense at the thigh, lock the knee if your leg's straight. Lower the right hip so your hips are squared. The lift should be in the glutes on the right side. Keep the glutes working. Now I want to take this further. We're going to pulse that right heel higher, lifting from the glutes, and we'll take it slow. On my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now on one hold, take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale forward and twist, knee to left elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Can now stay here, hold the twist. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the right foot down halfway down the mat and pull the left knee to your chest, round your spine. Now keep the arms vertical. Press in your palms, dig your fingertips down, shoulders, wrists, no bend in the elbows. Just look down and pull that left leg in close. Lift your right heel up off the floor and let's take it back and forth. So press off the right foot, land on the left. And then press from the left foot, land on the right. Press into the right foot, come down on the left again. Press into your left foot, land this on the right. Now press into the right foot, land on the left one more time. And then step your right foot down between your hands, that's your base foot. Bend deeper into the right knee, round your spine, pull the left knee to your chest and just hold here. Take a couple breaths. Now once you're ready, take hold of that left knee and let's round this all the way to vertical. Now just take it slow. Once you're up, be sure you slow your breathing down. Dig into the right big toe. And then when you're ready, bring your left hand to your left hip, right hand underneath your left knee from inside. Now lift the left knee high, keep the toes pointed down, keep your shoulders pulled back, gaze forward. And then as best you can, extend the left leg forward, reach for the big toe. Bend your left knee, but keep it up high. Again, extend your left leg forward best you can. Bend the knee and keep it high. Now one more time, extend your left leg, keep it extended here. Stay tall, keep breathing. Use the right hand to help you out. And then bend the left knee, but keep it high. Now still standing upright, take this to a standing twist. Right hand outside your left knee. Now draw the left shoulder back. Open up your chest to the left. And then to take it further, go ahead and reach back with the left hand. Now if you want to go further still, you can bring the right hand to the outside edge of the left foot and maybe extend your left leg, but stay upright, stay twisted however far you go. Now still balancing here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just turn to center, left knee lifted, hands to your hips. And then put a little bend in the right knee, hinge forward from the right hip. When you're ready, extend the left leg back, bring both hands down, come into low lunge. And then from low lunge, we'll take it into dancer's bridge. Now the left hand's your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Step the right foot behind your left leg and sink down. With an inhale, press your hips up high and reach long through that right arm. Now keep your hips squeezing, keep your hips lifting, or keep the glutes squeezing, I should say. Reach that right arm long and keep breathing. You can stack the shoulders like side plank or open up your chest toward the ceiling like a back bend, but just take it to where you can and hold. Now take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, sink straight down. Right hand comes forward, right foot comes forward between your hands, and then take it down. So bring the left knee down to the floor behind you, flatten that left foot, and then sink your hips down, press them forward, press your torso into your right thigh, and then take a half bind while you're down here. Bring the right arm across your back, palm facing away, and then reach your left arm straight back. We're going to open and close this with a half bind. So with an inhale, open up, left arm up and back, gaze up high. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, open up, reach up and back, look up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, open up, left arm up and back, gaze up high here. Exhale, bring it down one more time. And then inhale, open this up and hold. Reach the left arm up and back. Keep the left hip sinking low and forward. And keep your shoulders pulled back. Keep breathing. Now, as you hold this shape, bring the right arm all the way across your back. Left hand meets the right at the left side. Palms together. Fingers in the lace, shoulders pulled back. And then just look forward. And we'll take this to another pose. So bring the weight to the right foot, tuck the toes to the left. We're going to take it to a pyramid stance. So once you lift that left knee, step the left foot forward about one pace behind the right. And bring yourself all the way upright. So it's about 3 feet front to back, hips width distance side to side, so your hips are still squared, both feet flat. Left foot points to the side at least a little bit. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, and keep your shoulders pulled back. And then we'll take it down toward a halfway fold. So take an inhale. With the exhale, lead with your chest. Keep looking forward. Come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward. Shoulders pulled back. Feel that stretch on the back of the right thigh. Inhale, bring this all the way up again. And then with the exhale, hinge down toward halfway and hold. Right hip back, left hip forward. Still keep your gaze forward. Now keep your half bind. Put a little bend on the right knee. And then reach your left arm past the right thigh. And this is going to brace a twist. So pull the right shoulder back, press the left arm into your right leg. And keep your chest opened up to the right side. Keep the left arm pressing into the right leg to hold this up. Now just hold on to this and keep breathing. Keep your twist. To take this a little bit further, if you're interested, you can move within the twist. For that, go ahead, lift your left heel up just a little bit. And with the right shoulder still high, bend both knees, dip that left knee down to the floor. And then come back up, set the left heel down, and you're still twisted. Again, bend into both knees. See about lowering that left knee to the floor. You still got that twist to the right. Come back up and set your left heel down. One more time, bend into both knees. Right shoulder still pulled back, left knee down to the floor. Come back up, still holding that twist, right shoulder high. Now, if you want to take it further, maybe keep the left leg straight, left arm, or right leg straight rather, left arm still pressing into your right leg. And then if you want to take it further still, you can release the bind and sweep the right arm forward, the bicep over your ear. But stay open to the side and keep breathing. Now from wherever you are here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, release. Bring both hands down, slide your right foot back a little bit. Left foot next to the right, forward fold. When you're ready, with an inhale, lift this up halfway. And then with the exhale, set your hands, we'll take it to crow. So palms down, grip the floor with your fingers, lift your heels. And bring the knees to touch your arms. Look forward, lean forward, keep your hips high. And then as you lean, lift the feet up together, toes to touch, pull the heels up toward your seat. Now to take into that setup for that lopsided crow, bring yourself down to all fours. Now from here, bring the right forearm down, but stay on the left hand. Right elbow to the side, right hand moves to center, so that forearm's diagonal. Slide your left hand back, stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep the elbow pulled in. Now look down, tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees, bring your hips up high. Walk your feet in, get the hips as high as you can. Now it's left knee to your left arm, pull that left heel in close. And then squeeze the right leg toward the left using your thighs. See about lifting your right foot up as well. And then once you're ready, go ahead and take it to your Vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. From downward facing dog, let's take that all to the other side. With an inhale, raise your left leg high and find your three-legged dog. Now press in your hands and straighten your left leg as much as you can. Point the toes, reach with the foot, And lock the knee, tense up your thigh, lower the left hip so it's level with the right, and feel that lift from the glutes on your left side. And again, here we're going to pulse this, lifting the heel, but lifting from the glutes. Take it slow. Bring it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, pull this in, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, forward and twist, knee to right elbow. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Hold here, stay forward. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set the left foot down halfway down the mat. Pull the right knee into your chest and around your spine. Now keep your hips up high, press into your palms, straight arms. Shoulders, wrists, dig your fingertips down. Keep that right leg pulled in, lift your left heel. And then switch it out, take it back and forth. Press into your left foot, land on the right. Press into your right foot, come down on the left. Press into the left foot, land is on the right. Press into your right foot, come down on the left. Now press into your left foot, land on the right one more time. And then set your left foot down between your hands, that's your base foot. Deep bend the left knee, pull the right knee to your chest, round your spine, take a couple breaths here. And then once you're ready, take hold of that right knee. And let's round this all the way to vertical again. Now once you're up, just give yourself a moment. Dig under the left big toe. Be sure your breathing slowed down. And then when you're ready, right hand to your right hip. Just stay tall. Left hand underneath the hinge of the right knee from inside. Now point the toes of the right foot down. Keep that knee lifted. And then as best you can, extend your right leg forward. Bend the knee, but keep it high. Right leg forward again. Bend the knee, but keep it high. Extend your right leg forward one more time. Try to hold here. Use that left hand to keep the lift. And then again, bend the right knee, but keep it high. Now take this into your standing twist. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Pull the right shoulder back, open up your chest to the right. Good enough here. Maybe reach that right arm back to take it further. And if you want to take it further still, left hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Maybe extend that right leg forward. Just take it to where you can. Still twisted, still upright. Still balancing here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just turn to center. Right knee lifted, hands to your hips. And then put a little bend the left knee, hinge forward from the left hip. Extend your right leg back, bring both hands down, low lunge. And then from here to your dancer's bridge. Right hand is your base. Now roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Left foot steps behind your right leg, sink your hips down. With an inhale, press your hips up high and reach long through your left arm. Now keep your glutes squeezing, stay lifted. And again, maybe your shoulders are stacked, or maybe your chest is more open like a back bend, but just hold the lift and keep breathing. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just sink straight down. Left hand forward, left foot forward, come into low lunge. Bring it further down, right knee down, right foot flat behind. Now stay down and press your torso into your left thigh. Take a half bind, left arm behind your back, palm facing away. Keep that shoulder pulled back. Now reach the right arm behind you, look forward, and we'll open and close from here. So with an inhale, open up, reach up and back, gaze up high. Exhale, bring this back down. Inhale, open up, right arm up and back, gaze up high here. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, open up, look up, keep both shoulders pulled back. Exhale, bring it down one more time. Inhale, open up, look back and hold. Now keep your gaze high, reach up and back, keep that left shoulder pulled back as well. Feel all that length to the front of the right side. And then as you hold your shape, bring the right hand down to the right side to meet the left. Palms together, fingers into the shoulders still pulled back, look forward. Now lean to your left foot, tuck the toes to the right. And then when you lift your right knee, step the right foot forward for a pyramid stance, about one pace behind the left. So again, 3 feet front to back, still hips width distance side to side so your hips stay squared. Both legs straight, both feet flat. Right foot points to the side a little bit. Draw the left hip back, right hip forward. Keep your shoulders pulled back. And then take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up one more time. And then with the exhale, hinge forward and stay forward. Shoulders pull back. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Go ahead, put a deeper bend in your left knee. And still keep your hips squared. Now use that right arm, bring it past your left thigh. And then twist, draw the left shoulder back, press the right arm into your left leg to hold it. And keep your chest open to the side. Now this is good enough right here, but if you can take it further, just go ahead, bend the right knee, lift your right heel a little bit. And then without losing your twist, bend both knees, dip the right knee down to the floor. And then come back up and set the right heel down. Again, like that, bend into both knees. Right heel comes down to the floor, still twisted. Come back up and set your right heel down. One more time, bend both knees. Right knee down to the floor. Bring it back up, and you're still in that twist. Left shoulder back, right hip forward, and left hip back, rather, right hip forward. And the left shoulder is still back. Now from here, if you want to take it further, maybe straighten your left leg. Keep pressing that right arm into your leg. And if you want to go deeper, you can sweep that left arm forward, reaching with the bicep above your ear. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, release both hands down to the floor. Slide your left foot back a little bit. Right foot steps forward next to left forward. Fold. And then take an inhale. Lift this up halfway. Exhale, set your hands. Take it to crow again. Palms down. Grip the floor with your fingers. Lift your heels up and bring the knees to touch your arms. Look forward. Lean forward. Just take it slow. And then see about lifting your feet. Big toes to touch. Heels to your seat. Take this to where you can. Now to come into that lopsided crow, go ahead and bring your knees down. And then from all fours, take that lopsided dolphin setup. So bring the left arm to the floor. Elbow to the side, left hand comes into center, set forearms diagonal. Slide your right hand back and stack the elbow over the wrist. Keep the elbow pulled in. Now just look straight down, tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees, bring your hips up high. Walk your feet and get your hips as high as you can. Now right knee to the right arm, pull that right foot in close. Use inner thigh, squeeze the left leg into the right. And see about lifting your left foot up as well. Hold. And then when you're ready, go ahead, take this to another vinyasa. Once you find your down dog here, paddle things out. Now from your down dog, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees and bring them down to the floor. And we're going to set up for a camel variation here today. Now, see your knees are set about hips width distance apart, so about 1 fist distance between your thighs, more or less. Now, I always do this with my feet flat behind me. If you prefer, you can tuck your toes. But bring your hands to your hips and just bring everything upright, so everything's vertical from the knees on up. And then press your feet down, squeeze your glutes and keep your hips pressing forward. Draw the shoulders back and draw the elbows toward each other. Now, there's a bunch of ways to do camel, keep in mind. Now, if you're going to keep your hands somewhere around your hips, you can go higher, you can go lower. Just be sure the elbows pull toward each other and the shoulders stay drawn back. Now, I'm going to cue this into further extension. So if you're interested in taking it further, bring your hands to heart center, still with the hips forward, and then just walk your gaze up the wall in front of you. Find the point of the ceiling directly above and just check in with this here. So glutes are still engaged, feet are pressing down. Release your shoulders to the floor, keep your chest open. This might be good enough. Now, if you want to take it further, you can keep walking your gaze along the ceiling, look toward the back wall. And then starting with the hands at heart center, if you want to go even deeper, keep your glutes engaged and stay braced through the midsection. Slowly lift the elbows, and then maybe start to reach your arms back a little bit, and maybe a lot. Now keep pressing your feet, keep your glutes squeezing, and work to lengthen out your spine more than just deepening into the bend. Now slowly from here, walk your gaze along the ceiling, hands to heart center, and bring your gaze down the front wall. Come all the way down to sitting on your heels for a moment. Just give yourself a moment to breathe here. Now, if you're seeing spots, just wait until the blood drip comes back to your head. But whenever you're ready, come into downward facing dog. Now, from your down dog, we're going to set this up for half pigeon. So once you're ready here, take an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring that right knee forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Left knee comes down, left foot flat behind. Now set this up with your hips squared. Pull the left hip forward. Keep it in line with the right. Sink your weight straight down. And look for some of that stretch on the outer right hip or maybe toward the glutes on the right side. Now you can just stay upright like this. You can move in toward a back bend if you want to go deeper. And if you want to just rest, you can melt down to the elbows. You can come down all the way. Just take it to where you need to right now. Now, from wherever you are, bring your hands in close to your right shin. And we're going to take this into another pose. So lower yourself to the right hip, swing your left leg forward. And we're going to take Lord of the Fishes. So right heel outside your left hip, step the left foot outside your right thigh, and get both sit bones down to the floor between your heels. Now, if this is too much, you can always extend the right leg straight and cross the left leg over the right. Either way, set the left hand down behind you. Inhale the right arm high. And then with the exhale, bring that right elbow down past your left thigh. Now sit this up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. Use that right arm, press into your left leg, and keep extending up as you're twisting. Just breathe into this here. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release and bring both hands over to the right side. Lightly open up your chest to the right. And then go turn back to center. Both hands behind. Lean back, untangle your legs. Just cross at the ankles. Roll forward your hands. And let's step back to down dog, and we'll take all that on the other side. Now, once you're ready here, inhale your left leg high this time. With the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, ankle somewhere behind the right. Go ahead, bring the right knee down, flatten the right foot behind you, and pull the right hip forward. Keep it in line with the left. Sink your weight straight down. Keep your hips squared. And look for at least some of that stretch on the left side this time. Outer left hip toward the glutes. Now again, you could stay upright like this. You can take it deeper into extension toward a back bend. And if you want to melt down to the elbows or take it down all the way, just go ahead and rest. Take it to where you need to here. Now again here, from wherever you are, just come up onto your hands in front of that left shin. And then go ahead, lower to the left hip, swing your right leg forward, and let's take the twist on this side. So left heel outside the right hip, right foot outside your left thigh. And again, you can always extend the bottom leg. You can extend that left leg forward to the right leg crossed. Get both sit bones down to the floor. When you're ready, set the right hand down behind you. Inhale your left arm high this time. And then with the exhale, bring the left elbow down past your right thigh. Now again, sit this up tall, reach the crown of the head straight up. Look back over your right shoulder and use your left arm, press into the right leg. Keep extending up as you're twisting and breathe as deeply as you can here. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your twist. Bring both hands over to your left side. Lightly open up your chest to the left. And then go ahead, turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back, untangle the legs. And this time, come all the way down to your back. So once you're down, pull your knees into your chest and squeeze everything in close. And let's go ahead and take it to happy baby. Go ahead, reach between your knees, take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and pull down on both sides. Now draw the knees down toward the floor outside your ribs and press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. And keep the tension working both up and down. Now try to flatten your spine out as much as you can, tailbone toward the floor. And if you want to take it further, you can rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here, draw it down as much as you can. And with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. And then let yourself just move here bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head, stretch aside. And then pull everything back in, bring the elbows toward your chest, draw the knees up as well. And just take your time, find your way up to a comfortable seat. Now ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale here, hold on to the top. And just let everything go. I thank you for doing class. Namaste.